Turn this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Richard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Brought down by
Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. No game on this defense, no game.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. Richard lost it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
At the 21-yard.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. From the gun, Newton. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Dalton Keene with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
And Newton sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
To Henry Ruggs.
On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 42 yards.
Las Vegas.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Brett Maher.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a first down.
There's a nice catch there by Julian Edelman, and he's going to be a reliable target no matter who's playing quarterback. Topped 1,000 yards receiving for the 3rd time last season. I just love his story. College quarterback to one of the top slot receivers in the NFL.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he stopped immediately there.
The tackle made by
officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Raiders.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
From the gun, Newton. He completes it right side to White. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
55, Gun. 55.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Newton. This is White on the screen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Dalton Keene with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Newton. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And it'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Flush to his right, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First down, Raiders.
A first down throw for Mariota. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. On the ground, Richard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Mariota scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point. but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Newton on first down. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Behind the chain, second and 12.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Again, Newton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Cam Newton with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Patriots 24, Raiders 13. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk taking.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The return. The Patriots take over first and 10. at their own 21-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the Pats' leading rusher the past 2 seasons is Sony Michel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
After the run, Newton going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They run the draw play. This is right. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mariota. That's complete to Richard, the running back. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 2nd and 10, Newton into the hands of Bird over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, it's Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
13 more yards.
And they'll continue to look for more catches like that from N'Keal Harry. He was New England's first pick in the 2019 draft. Had a disappointing rookie season, though. Only 12 catches for 105 yards and just 2 touchdowns. With his talent and his potential, this team needs him to step up.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. There's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 10-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Raiders 20.
Opting to run again here with White. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Adam Vinatieri for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure, and here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
20.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and goal from the 1. From the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Come on, bring it, baby, bring it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Raiders 26.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
The 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Newton eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Newton's going to throw it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 3 yards out. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get to the end zone as well.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. 29. 54's Mike.
First throw now for the backup car. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35.
How you like me now?
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 79 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20, 10.
Who wants some?
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all.
It's a foot race. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
That's all you got!
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 76 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target. That'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Newton. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. The 40. The 30. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now this time he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Edelman unable to hang on that time, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore. Carr's pass intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here, escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Continually feeling